It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants, and it comes your way next.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Glad you could join us, everyone. Alongside Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And this contest isn't quite the level matchup that typical good games are born from, partner. One side clearly favored over the other.
Yeah, well, you know where this comes from? A trap game. That's where this comes from.
Yeah.
In any sport, from the NFL to basketball to soccer, playing at home, we know this can be the great equalizer that gives the steepest underdogs a fighting chance, and you can feel it in the building today.
I was going to say, you can already hear this home crowd rallying in support of that upset. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And away we go from East Rutherford. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing his lock. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Locke to the air. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Milton Williams making the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll go left side with Tracy. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They go right back to Tracy. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Here's Locke. Caught near the pylon. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing from the gun. And they will score! Touchdown, New York! The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming, allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The nose point after is good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. On the return, Britton Covey. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is just one of those quarterbacks, Kate, you can feel it when he runs on the field. The guy is powerful. It's a big reason why he set a new NFL record by quarterbacks with 15 rushing touchdowns. Everybody tries to do the tush push, the QB sneak, but nobody can do it like Jalen. Why? Well, you squat 600 pounds, you run like a running back, and then he showed last year he can throw like some of the elite quarterbacks too.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 31. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41. Hurts now from the gun. It's Dotson on the catch. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. They've got a man in motion. From the 45 on 2nd down. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they bring him down around the 34. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Has a man, it's Brown. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Giants and Darius Slayton with the football once again. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Lock. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Josh Sweat making the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Tracy once more. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants looking for a bigger lead before the break. They're set up at the 35 now. Locked down. This finds Bellinger. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. From the 28. Neighbors with a catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Working inside the red zone. Dumped off to his running back. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Locked to throw it. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Ready to send this away. Covey now to return this. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now for the 2nd time this game, we'll get a look at the Philly offense. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down throwing for Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. after a good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Third and just 2 to go. Hurts setting up to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. That's going to bring us to the end of this first half of football with the Giants holding things down in East Rutherford. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Good now, we're ready to send this away. Covey now to return this. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, Hurts has him on the quick hitter. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 37, he's got Smith. And And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Hurts throwing again. This finds Smith. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
From the 17. Catch made underneath by the back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
2nd and 6 coming up here. It's an option to the left side. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie things 10-10. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants offense all set to get started. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Avonte Maddox up for that tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. A handoff to Tracy. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. They kick the running back in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Starts his return from the 23. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the pistol, Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Barkley trying this up the gut. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Catch is made in close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Giants 10.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now here comes the New York offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Locke. He completes it in traffic. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
From the 32. He puts some power on a deep one left. That's grabbed inside the 30. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants losing by 7.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is complete to Neighbors. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms, but it slips through. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that. And it was dropped to the turf.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home, and boy, did they ever in a big moment.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They go to Barkley again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they'll have just one left to burn now. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw it. That's caught for the first. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from New York.